Hello, my name is Simon and welcome to AFC Bournemouth Analysis. Here's my take on our 4-1 home defeat to Tottenham Hotspur, a day where the sun really did shine for North London's side. We played well for 80 minutes despite what the scoreline says. We had some great attacking play, there was a lot of pace moving forward, lots of pressure. Midfield two of Dan Gosling and Lewis Cook worked really hard, especially against the Spurs midfield that was full of both physicality and talent with the likes of Eriksen, Dembele and Wanyama. And I thought the atmosphere from the home fans was really good too. They really got behind the team. It was like the polar opposite of the Newcastle game where they were on their backs pretty much from the off, but that's because the team gave us something to sing about, so it works both ways. But the way most of the people stayed behind and applauded the team off, despite the scoreline, showed just how promising a performance it was, and if we can play as well as that for the rest of the season, we should be fine. I said the scoreline doesn't look good and it dents our goal difference a bit, which hopefully we won't end up staying up on goal difference. Hopefully it won't be that close. Hopefully we'll be well clear of it. But it's not great. Another big defeat, and I can only hope that the players don't take any knocks from that. I think they're probably aware that it was a flattering scoreline and they played well, especially with the way the crowd received them at the end. And also it shows with those two late goals, I think it was 87th minute and 91st, that the fitness levels of Spurs, we just couldn't match them despite Spurs playing midweek. The team looked very tired, and even though we had a small chance at the end with Wilson apparently pushing over, I believe it was Sanchez on a free kick, and then he walloped it in and that didn't count. Really, we didn't create too much in the whole of the second half. Spurs dominated most of it, and the scoreline at the end, I think it mainly because we just looked so tired, and Spurs just kept on going. Personally, I found Begovic's general handling throughout the game quite concerning. He was dropping a lot of routine balls, just not looking like he could come off his line at any stage. And although you could argue he wasn't fully to blame for any of the goals, it was a bit of a concerning performance. Obviously, Boruc had that horrible game against Spurs 2 seasons ago, and this was kind of similar, but it didn't result in any goals. But on another day, some of those fumbles could easily have ended up being punished. So I can only hope it's just a temporary phase Begovic is going through, and he'll sort himself out for the run-in. My favourite moment was the way we started the game, which reminded me, I haven't seen it too many times this season. We've played well in patches this season, but we've never really started games quickly. We used to in our first season. That was like one of our main traits. We really went at teams, and we really went at Spurs at the start. We should have led before we did, actually, with Stanislas had an amazing chance which hit the underside of the bar. But yeah, it was really great to watch the team just really bite into a team, show them no respect. In the end, they came up short, but they couldn't keep it up for more than 10-15 minutes, but you have to be like a team like Spurs to keep that up. You have to have quality, and we didn't have quite enough quality to maintain it. But overall, I was really, really happy with the way we started the game, and the second half was the same as well. We really went at Spurs. And another day, maybe we would have got a goal at a different time, and it would have been a different result, but you can't really pontificate too much on that. Yet one person got in touch, Steve Wright, who is Steve Wright70 on Twitter, and he said about the game, scoreline flattered them. Third goal was a killer as we were pushing for an equaliser. Steve Cook was forward for the free kick and we played it short. Good atmosphere today though. Thought Gosling, Ake and Frano had excellent games today. Solid from Smith and both Cooks. Daniels struggled a bit. The third goal was frustrating for the game to be pretty much done and dusted with such a huge error from Lewis Cook. Was frustrating, especially as Lewis Cook had a really good game. Even Eddie Howe said he would have wanted to see that ball pumped into the mixer, and even my dad, who I sit next to, said that maybe we should play a few more long balls down the channels near the end, especially with, we were trying to play through Spurs and we just clearly didn't have the energy or the guile or the players on the pitch to do it, especially as we had so many attacking players on at the end. It just seemed wiser to get it to them near them as quickly as possible to give us a chance, but in the end it just didn't materialise that way. But yeah, there were lots of good performances today, as I said earlier, and yeah, there's nothing to be ashamed of losing to a team like Spurs, who, for my money, are the second best team I've seen at Dean Court, only second to Liverpool, and really we were very poor against Liverpool, so you could argue, as we played well this weekend, Spurs were the best side, but I think those two were the most exceptional sides that I've seen this season. Yep, and that's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please do get involved with future videos by following the channel on Facebook and Twitter. The URLs are in this video's description, and they're also here in text form. Subscribe to the channel as well, like this video, comment, let me know what you think. Any feedback is much appreciated, even if it's abuse. But yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and up the cherries in all departments.